Hi everyone, welcome. It's FPLMattDay here, and this is my Champions League Fantasy Limitless draft for Match Week 8. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and get any comments, questions, or thoughts in ahead of the final match week of the group stage. It's a really intriguing match day this season because it's one big group. As we all know, we're 8 match weeks in, and all of the games on the last day are played at exactly the same time. So if you've got yourself a wild card or a limitless chip like I have, then you can pick your team and you can see the lineups all the way up until deadline. So I got 97 points. Sorry, not 107, 97 points in match week 7. So I'm hoping this limitless draft can hopefully get that 100 plus points for the last match day. There's a lot to play for a lot of big teams as well, which makes this really interesting. And even your sort of top 2 teams like your Barcelona, your Liverpools, there's about 7 million, I think, American dollars in it in terms of prize money between first and second. So much to play for in this new format. But let's share a screen, and we're going to start off with my forward line. So I'll just bring up my my team. And here's the front 3. Is there any surprises? Let me know in the comments. We'll start off on that far right side on the screen of Kylian Mbappe away against Brest, who are actually doing quite well in this Champions League so far. Look like they're going to qualify to the next round, whether it's going to be through the top 8, which I don't think many people would have expected, whether it's going to be through the playoffs. Real Madrid need 3 points in this one. Mbappe had a look at his previous record when he was a PSG player, and he did have a pretty good record against Brest. He has scored a double away from home there before, and he's coming off the back of a hat-trick in La Liga this weekend. So I think for a limitless, where you get to have an unlimited amount of funds, you've got to go for some of the big hitters that you couldn't usually afford in a regular team, which is why I've also gone for Erling Haaland in that middle. City need to win. He's coming off the back of a goal and an assist against Chelsea this weekend. Bruges at home. They've been keeping it quite tight, Bruges, in this Champions League, but I think City have a good chance of scoring a few goals in this one, and Erling Haaland will likely be involved. As that man there, Harry Kane, captain's armband against Bratislava, who are, I think, they're sitting 23rd in this group. We saw what Bayern can do against some of these weaker sides in the Champions League when they beat Zagreb. Was it 8-0 in that first game? A couple of patchy results since though, Bayern, and they're another team that need to win this game. And I think they need to win big. And Harry Kane, he's going to be my captain for this one. I can see Bayern getting the job done. And hopefully we see another 4 or 5 goals, and Kane can grab one of his sort of double-digit type of hauls that we've seen him do before. Couple of commiserations. Gyökeres, he's been in my team this whole season. He does have a good home game against Bologna. And I think you've also got the likes of Setsko at Leipzig as well. Good fixture for him. So there's definitely players I'm missing out on. Vinicius would have been in there as well, but he is suspended. And also I'd say Rodrigo is another decent pick. Midfield here. And there's a couple of regular names in there that I haven't actually made any changes for, and that's Rafinha at home to Atalanta. As I mentioned before, finishing top can be very lucrative financially, and Barcelona need some funds coming in. Atalanta, pretty good when it comes to trying to keep those clean sheets and keeping it tight, usually. But we've seen them let goals in against top sides in the Champions League before. And Rafinha's just had so much good form in this tournament. I just do not want to take him out because he just seems to score most game weeks. Similar to Wirtz, they've got Prague at home. And for me, he can just get a big score at any moment. Then Elise, I want another Bayern player. I want to have at least a couple of their attackers. And I think Elise has just got that explosiveness, playing in, usually on that right flank, feeding Harry Kane. And then I've got Phil Foden in there at the moment. You'll see on my bench I've got options, so I can always bring him out. But again, I think City are going to go quite hard on this one. And him and Haaland are starting to link up, just like they did last season and it's starting to look quite good for Phil Foden again. And he's got a good record in the Champions League this season. Let's go into my defence. I don't think there's any surprises with Grimaldo. He's had a really good tournament so far. He's been brilliant in Champions League fantasy, playing against Prague at home. And then Hakimi away to Stuttgart. It's a very tough game. I don't expect PSG to keep a clean sheet. But I watched him against City, and he did have a disallowed goal. He's also had goals in 2 other games in the Champions League this season. One of them was in a away game as well, where he got that was 2 assists, and he's only had 1 other goal, which was against PSV, where they did still concede that day. And I just feel with Hakimi on a Limitless, he's a high price and he's a very explosive asset. When he scores big, and even if they concede, I just feel like there's that assist and goal threat with him. Would have gone for someone like Trent as well, but I'm not sure what sort of side Liverpool will play in their PSV game. And you can see I'm missing a lot of Liverpool players. I'm missing Arsenal players. And I know we get to see the teams at kickoff, which may change a couple of these, potential places. If we see that Salah starts, and maybe I'll bring him in for Foden. Maybe Trent for Hakimi, but they're all maybes. I want to target these teams that really need the points. And there's a lot more to play for them. And then I got Kim there from Bayern. Surely they get a clean sheet in this one, and it will be one-way traffic. And Kim's got really good potential with ball recoveries. Now let's go to my keeper, and I've gone for the top scoring keeper in this tournament, Sommer from Inter. Very, very strong at the San Siro. Monaco are a decent outfit, though. They've put some really good results away in this Champions League, and they're going to go through to the next round, whether it's top 8 or top 16. But I wanted some Inter coverage within that defensive unit at the very minimum. A couple of other options would have been bringing in maybe the Bayern keeper in Neuer, and then switching out Kim for a Inter defender. I just think Kim's ball recovery potential is just too strong. So let's go to my bench. It kind of doesn't really matter about the bench unless you miss the deadline and one of these players in your starting lineup doesn't start and doesn't play any minutes, and then they sub off. But I've kept it quite strong just in case we get to deadline. There's 5 minutes to go. I see the team's late and I need to quickly sub a few on. So I've got De Gregoro from Juve, ever present in my squad. Bellingham, Gvardiol, and De Vrij from Inter. So let's have a look at my full team. It's a shame there's not a bench boost and Limitless option in this game together. But if for whatever reason Foden doesn't start, I can bring Bellingham on, same as Elise. Gvardiol. A little bit of me was thinking, do I put Gvardiol in for Hakimi? Gvardiol can still grab the odd goal for City. He does get forward. But decided, I think, Hakimi. There's just a bit more explosiveness with him in this Champions League. So there's the team, 3-4-3. I don't want to drop one of the strikers. I think there's too many good striker options in match week 8. But I'm very interested to see other Limitless teams. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a like as well. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you enjoyed my content. I'll be back with fantasy Premier League content throughout the week, ready for double game week 24. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.